We are in Milan, guys. Coming to you live
in brown. We're color coded.
Looking sexy.
Absolutely.
The titties are not as out as I would like them to be, but you know what? We just continue with this life thing. Anyway, hi guys. My name is Masejo, aka the Black Barb, and welcome. Oh, sorry.
My name is Michelle, and this is
Masejo, aka the Black Barb,
and welcome to the Living Abroad podcast.
She's blending in with everything. Sorry. Let's start. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back. What are I pretending? Hi guys, my name is Masejo, aka the Black Barb, and
my name is Michelle, and welcome to the Living Abroad podcast.
Girl, start crying.
Oh my god. Okay.
Again. Hi guys, my name is Masejo, aka the Black Barb, and
my name is Michelle,
and welcome back to the.
Hey,
do we welcome?
Welcome back to the Living Abroad podcast.
Hi guys, my name is Masejo, aka the Black Barb, and
my name is Michelle,
and welcome back to the Living Abroad podcast. Okay, today we are going to be on our 4th episode. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can. Because I've been editing.
Oh my girl. Actually, I feel like we are on our 10th. It feels like we're on our 10th or like 20th or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't believe that we're on the 4th. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything we've done was just for 4. Interesting. Today we're going to be talking about settling in Hungary. Unfortunately, we don't know how it's like in other countries, so we can't speak for other countries. But I think for most European countries, it's the same thing. So if you're coming from an African country, because the transportation system and blah blah blah, they're all different. When you're coming into Europe, things are a bit similar but different to Africa. Similar in all European countries, and then different from African countries. I hope that makes sense. So, do you want to start or should I start?
I'm going to let you start.
Okay. Okay, yesterday I got an email from school that said I must update my sticker, and I was like, actually, I was going to forget to tell you guys. So when you move here, we already covered that the whole student card process is like this, like that, like that. Did we even cover that?
No. Today we're going to talk about settling when you get here, getting the documents. So we didn't really cover the details about it.
We mentioned it under the cultural shocks, how you go to the blah blah blah. Yeah, that's all we covered. So today we're gonna be not really going in depth, but just telling you guys the documents that you're gonna need when you come into Hungary as a student on the Stipendium Hungaricum. But I think for every other student as well, I'm just not sure for self-paying if there are extra documents that you would need, or if you're on the Erasmus, if there's extra documents you would need. But I think these are the basics that you actually need no matter what you're coming here for. So firstly, because you come here with a visa, you are going to need to go and apply for a residence permit, because a visa lasts is 30 days. How long?
Yeah, 30 days.
Yeah, so it lasts a certain number of days or weeks, and you're going to have to update your visa. It's gone now. Okay. I'm sorry, I was just distracted by the residence permit. And then another thing that you're going to need, I think if we have to mention things based on what's important and what's not, the residence permit would come first, because you're going to need it for traveling, for blah blah blah, for all of those things, because it's like it's not like your passport, because you also need your passport. But you need your residence permit to start your bank processes. You need it for your accommodation. Do you need it for your accommodation? No, I'm lying.
Not really. It's not really important. But for you to get after you've gotten your lease agreement and you go to the immigration to get the address card, then
You need the
residence permit.
Yes, because I think for a lot of documents you need the residence permit.
Yeah, and also as soon as you get here, it's your passport is gonna allow you to leave your country and enter Hungary, and your residence permit is gonna be the document that's showing that this person is legally residing in this particular country, despite the fact that it's not their country of origin.
So it allows you to also travel in other Schengen countries, of which just search Schengen countries on Google and they will show you all the countries that you can go to using your Hungarian residence permit. Because in those countries you're not going to need your visa and all of those things, but you will need your passport. For traveling, you need your passport. They don't focus on your residence permit, they focus on your visa, but you also have to have your residence permit because you never know what's going to happen. And then, what would be the second thing that you think you would need after this? A type card?
Yes. Okay. First thing is you've gotten to Hungary, right?
Yeah.
You're dealing with not you're dealing with the first thing that you need is your school gives you the temporary student card because you're gonna need to move around for you to get the immigration office. And for you to move around, you're gonna need the student card for the transportation discount. Otherwise, you're gonna pay.
So maybe let's actually do it like that. Let's just say you just got to Hungary, you land. What is the first thing that you do? For me, the first thing I did was to go get a charger because I realized that the plugs here are different.
Oh.
So I had to go get a charger for my laptop because my laptop charger was the one that has 3 things. So I had to go get a charger. From there, you need a SIM card. There's one of the students that landed yesterday and she was like, she's just gonna get the SIM card from the airport. Do you know how to go through that process?
No, I thought you need your permit for I thought they changed the law. You need a permit for Vodafone particularly. You need a residence permit. A passport is not enough. You need a residence permit
for a SIM card. There are people that travel into a country and they get SIM cards without actually having residence permits and whatever. I think as long as you have the visa, you can get a SIM card.
With a visa?
Yes.
No, the fuck.
Because there are people, there are people that would travel from Africa for a week or whatever, and they would buy SIM cards from every country they travel to. Some people do that. Or like from a European country, so that when they jump from one country to another, they don't have to stress. I don't think you need a residence permit because you need your numbers ASAP. You need contact numbers because I got them. I got my number maybe the second day. That's when I.
But that was before the Ukraine thing. After the Ukraine thing, things changed because I got a number, a new number, and they told me they asked me for your residence permit and passport.
But I think because you have them, if you don't have it, I'm sure they have like an alternative, like your visa, something that shows that you are here. So I think a visa would be sufficient for that.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's not getting a SIM card here doesn't mean you're gonna stay here forever unless you get into a contract. Then that's when they would want to know that okay, you're gonna be in Hungary or in Europe or whatever. But you can buy like a prepaid SIM card or whatever that you want. And we gave you the advice already the last time that just get a prepaid SIM card. Don't buy those
postpaid
ones. Yeah. So firstly, you're gonna want to get your SIM card, and then you're gonna want to open a bank account. So I think when it comes to settling, no, before, after you land, the first day you would want to get a SIM card because you need to like contact people. And then when it comes to the bank, I think it depends on your priorities because if you come here and you download your Revolut, then you're able to transfer money from your Revolut into your.
I'm gonna listen to her steps and I'm gonna say my steps because I'm listening to her shocked. She said contact people. I'm like, who are you contacting? Who do you know?
People.
Talk to people on WhatsApp. Talk to people like before you settle down. I was like,
there are places that don't have Wi-Fi.
Girl, I was just like,
so you need to contact people. There are places that have no Wi-Fi.
I come from the city with.
And when you're in the streets, you can't contact anyone if you don't have data. And for you
what
to have
even
data,
contacting?
I had friends when I came here. I knew people, and you need to go to school. When you come here, most of the time you know someone that you met from the embassy or from the country you're coming from. Most people that I know had friends. They came with their friends here. So you need to contact people, and you need to find your way around when you have to go to school the next day. Like the people that landed yesterday, others are landing today. Monday they have school. So how are you gonna know how to get around if you don't have data? You're gonna need data. Personally, those would be my priorities. I would get a SIM card first. because I would want to be able to get around, and if I get lost or whatever, I'd be able to call whoever that I know around here. And then the bank thing is dependent on you. If you get Revolut, you probably won't even want to open a bank account, but then you need a bank account for you to get your stipend, so you should also think about that part. I mean, that when it's your first semester, you get your stipend on the 20 something or like on the first week of the next month, so they do give you time to open your bank account, and you also have to upload all those details on your Neptune. Keep that in mind. You need to upload your banking details on Neptune for you to be able to get your stipend. Some universities don't tell you about that, so just keep that in mind. Don't forget, you need to upload your details on Neptune, your banking details. So for me, I would say SIM card and then open your bank account. Depending on which bank account you want to open. The green bank account, I will not mention names. The green bank account has crazy charges. I think we spoke about it the last time.
Yeah.
It has insane charges, so just do your own research, because personally right now, right here, I will not tell you which bank is the best, because I'm still stuck with the green one, because I don't know, I'm not in the mood for the paperwork to transition to another bank account. Do you know any bank account that you would recommend that is good here, that doesn't have like crazy bank charges?
OTP has become a standard, so
Yeah.
it's really hard to. But I've seen other people that use I don't know if it's KNH, and then there's the Budapest Bank as well. I think there's a bank that's called that Budapest Bank. I think it's red. And also I feel like you can also use Wise if you want to, because you can open Wise and you only need your national ID or your passport enough to open, because for OTP you're gonna need your permit. So with your ID, your passport, you can open a bank account on Wise and open a Hungarian bank account, and then use that Hungarian bank account on to receive your stipend. If you
and to use your money, you can use it on Wise or on Revolut, anything that you prefer.
That you can, if you want to go the online banking route, then Wise is gonna be a good option for you if you want to do that.
Whereas with Revolut, you can use it as on your phone. I don't have a card, but you have an option to order a card and they can deliver it to you. The only challenge is they don't have banks here, but you can withdraw from like OTP and whatever. So it's not a train smash. So if you know that you're gonna need to withdraw money, you know that you can just use Revolut and get your card. You don't even need your card to withdraw. You can just tap. There's an option to tap on the OTP app.
Speaking of which, speaking of which, I feel like now that I think of it, having a local card here is going to be important because of if you want to deposit money. Because with the Revolut and the Wise, you can't deposit. You're going to need a local bank. That's actually what I use my OTP solely for, depositing. End of the story.
Because the charges are
cool.
And when you if you're gonna open your OTP account, tell them not to send you the messages. The messages are in Hungarian, and after a year they charge you crazy amounts of money. You'll just see money out of your account and you don't even know what it's going to find out it's for messages. So when they open the account, tell them please stop the message. What do you say? How do you put it in English? Please just stop the messages.
No subscriptions
for messages.
For anything. Just they can unsubscribe on the system. Because I don't think you can say unsubscribe to the messages that they send them.
There's a number that you send to them, because when I went to them, they were like, just send, let's say for example 111, then it stops the messages. But you actually need to. I heard it. Was it?
I think it was a snap. No.
So just tell them you don't want to subscribe to any shady things, because they will end up charging you after a year and blah blah blah. So I think the next thing that would be important is your address card. What did you say we need your address card for? You are gonna need it for your bank, actually.
Actually, OTP asks for your address card as well.
So I'm shifting my things. First is the SIM card. Secondly, it's the address card, because you're gonna need it for your bank, to open your bank account. So you need to speak to your landlord, and then they have to fill up this other form, and then the processes are just insane. We are just gonna tell you what you need, and then just speak to your university. If you guys have a mentor team or something, just communicate with them and ask them how to go about doing that. But also when it comes to these things, you can literally go online and say, getting an address card in Hungary, and they'll give you a step-by-step like where to go, addresses, blah blah blah. And the Google Maps here is perfect. When it says McDonald's is in this corner, you will find McDonald's in that corner. It updates regularly. I think so. The address card would be the second thing. Then your bank, because you're gonna need it for your stipend, and then you're gonna need your student card, but you don't need it immediately because you can get a temporary student card. You actually have to go to the office, to an office, to go and get your pictures taken and blah 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 to get your student card, and it takes some time for you to get that. And I think another important thing to get is to apply for is your Thai card. And I'm saying this because I got here and I didn't know that I'm lactose intolerant, because I was not lactose intolerant when I was small. So you are gonna need your Thai card, which takes some time for you to get. They do give you a card. They gave us this other card to replace the Thai card while we wait for the Thai card, but it was pretty much useless for me at least, or maybe I didn't know how to use it. So just apply for your Thai card so that you can get it as soon as possible, because remember, you're moving to a different country. Your body is going to have to adjust. Other people are strong enough to not get sick, others just get sick, and you are going to be exposed to different foods, to different weathers and all of that, so you never know how your body's going to react. So as soon as you can get a Thai, just apply for a Thai card as soon as you have a residence permit, because that's what they need. That's what it needs. And then a lot of you were texting me and asking me about jobs. For your job, you're gonna need a text number. So you need to go and apply for a text card so that you can get a text number. When you go to the office, they'll give you the text number immediately. It's a quick in and out situation. I mean, it's not quick because there's a queue, but the queue is not as bad as other places. You just go in, you speak to that person, they print out a paper that has the text number, and that's what you need for you to be able to work. So when you seek a job, they're gonna need your residence permit, they're gonna need your Thai card, and they'll need your text number. And then your passport, you need it for everything, guys. Make sure you don't lose your passport. They want your passport everywhere for work, everything. So just have your passport with you. And if you ever lose your passport, just find out if you can't replace it from your embassy. So instead of flying back to your country to sort that out, just find out if you can't go to your embassy. For everything literally that might require you to go back home, or you think you need to go back home, just find out if you can't go to your embassy and fix that. Because when I needed a police clearance, they told me that I can just go to the embassy and then they take your fingerprints. It's just that you have to send it by yourself to the country, blah blah blah. It's a long process, which I'm not going to get into. Hopefully you guys are not going to need a police clearance. I needed it for a job. Other jobs want you to have a police clearance, but there's a number you can dial. I think it's 1818. I don't remember. I don't remember the number. I'll just put it down on the screen. So go to YouTube and just check it out. The number that you can dial to get a police clearance here in Hungary. But if you need to do one from your home country, because you know companies are crazy, sometimes they want you to actually get it from your hometown, you can just go to the embassy. Before you ever stress yourself, just go to the embassy and ask, hey, can I do this here instead of having to go back home? They will help you. I think I've covered everything that I had noted, that we had noted from yesterday. Oh, for the student cards, make sure you get a sticker. I think there's a period when you can get a sticker. You need that sticker for you to be able to use the transport system. If it doesn't have the sticker, it needs to write that you're active right now. So if it doesn't have the sticker, you can't really get the benefits of being a student, like getting a discount for transportation, blah blah blah. You need the sticker on your student card.
Yeah, okay. So I've just been noting, as you've been saying. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna speak in summary of what she said.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you've gotten here, you've arrived in Hungary for, let's say you're in Debrecen. I'm gonna speak for Debrecen because I feel like the procedure could be different from Budapest. So assuming that you looked for houses, you have a house, or you've got there, you haven't found a house yet, you're staying over at your friend's place. So they could pick you up, or you could take a cab to the house and email the school and let them know that you've arrived, the coordinator, and let them know to send you the temporary student card, and they can send it to you via email. So you get the student card, you're gonna have the number, and you are going to buy a monthly pass, because to get all these errands done, permit, address card, tax card, you're gonna be moving around. To move around smoothly and use the transport system without spending too much money, your student number, which is gonna be on the temporary student card, is gonna be of help to you. Use the number to get a pass and move around to run errands. Like she said, get a phone number. and then go to the student card office and with your passport, because you don't need a permit for that. I don't think so. I don't know. When you go to the student card office to,
You do? No?
you don't need your permit at that time.
I don't remember. To be fair and honest, I did my student card a bit later.
Oh, okay.
So I may have
Yeah.
had my permit at the time. So I am not so sure.
Okay. So student card office to get your student card, then get your permit at the immigration office, and if you already have a house, then go with your contract as well, so that you do the whole permit, and you're gonna just go and collect it, because when you're arriving, they already prepared the permit, so all you have to do is go and collect it at they start the application when they give you the visa back in your home country through the embassy, and then as you get your permit and address card, open a bank account so you can get your stipend as soon as they start rolling it out, because if your bank account is not ready yet, you can either request to use a friend's, or they're gonna have to hold your stipend and give it to you when you upload the bank account.
Yeah,
into the
and
system.
on the note of opening a bank account, I'm not sure how it's like in your country. In my country, you can walk in, open a bank account, get your card immediately. Here, it takes a few days for you to
So
get
the physical card.
for you to get the card and to use the services. Basically, it takes a few days. Then you have to go back, so you don't get it immediately. So just make sure so that you can get your stipend as soon as you can. Go and open a bank account.
Yeah, and then also we have something called personal registration. So I feel like, when you arrive, you let the school know, and then they book you an appointment for personal registration. And when you go in for personal registration, in our year they were giving us the papers for the address cards that your landlord needs to sign for you to go to immigration office, and they're basically telling you like everything that you need to do. So basically what we're saying, they're gonna be like, okay, you open a bank account, give us the bank account. Like they're gonna log in the details that you've been gathering. Now the bank account that you have, and you're gonna give them your phone number so they can put you on the system on Neptune, and you can now be able to register for courses.
Yeah, and I feel like we've been saying Neptune a lot, but I think you guys have already registered for your subject, so you should know what Neptune is
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. Basically, and that's all. I was gonna say, always take care of your passport.
Always.
Always.
You don't want to go through this because you can't travel without your passport. Even if you have a residence permit, you can't travel without your passport. For you to get from one country to another, you need your passport.
Absolutely.
And then, why did I note that universities are? Oh yeah, universities are different. When you come here, I think speak to someone who is at your university, because I need to stop saying I think. Universities are different. If you are going to hang around with people that are not from your university, you might be, what can I say? I didn't realize how hard or how complicated BME is because I was not really hanging out with people from BME. I realized when it was already too late that damn, there's a lot going on. So universities are different, so just take note of that. Find out from previous students what's important in your university, especially in the course that you're doing. How can you tackle this course and blah 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 blah, so that you know how to you work your way around. The other day, Michelle and I were talking about how when I was saying that the exams get harder with time. So if you write it on the 1st of December, it's better than if you write it on the 10th of December because it's just gonna keep getting harder. And she said in her university it just keeps getting easier. So if you're in her university, you'd want to write as late as you can. In my university, you'd want to write as early as you can. So just find out about your university, because honestly, in every university, in every country, in every continent, for you to be able to pass, it's not just studying. You need to study smart and not hard. So for you to be able to do that, you just need to talk to people that are in your university so they can give you the tips and what each lecture likes. Maybe my housemate was telling me that in her university, if you dress up well for your oral presentation, they already have, you know how when someone walks in, you're really like, oh my god, I like you because you dressed nicely. You open up your heart better. Does that make sense? like you're more welcoming. So the lectures are more welcoming if you dress properly because they feel respected and whatever. Whereas if you come looking crusty, apparently you already just know that you're gonna fail because they already have that negative attitude towards you. So these are the informations that you should know, because sometimes you'll go and retake exams not knowing what's wrong. You need to find out every single day you come looking like your problems, and some lectures just don't like that. So take note of such things. I know it's frustrating and you're just like, why is my work not taken into consideration, not how I look or whatever, but these are the things that are going to get you a degree. So just communicate with people who are in your university, and better yet, someone who's doing the same course that you're doing. Yeah. You can talk about credits. Do you know anything about credits? Are there any credit requirements in your university?
As you register for courses on Neptune, you are. For us, every course has a guidebook, like the one I had at my place, and it shows you the credits that you have to take each semester. So you make sure that you're taking all the necessary courses for yourself. And the way that it's structured, you're gonna be having the required 36 credits throughout the entire year. So 18 credits in your first semester, 18 credits in your next semester, and 36 altogether, which is the requirement for the course. And
for you to keep
your
scholarship, you need 36 credits each year. So that's 2 semesters.
And what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, you have the option of picking electives to build on your credits. So you can play around, take games, take languages. Hungarian language is compulsory for the first and second semester. And you actually have the option of choosing lecturers. So you can, for us, you have the option of choosing lecturers. So you can speak to your seniors and like ask them which lecturers.
Also look at
based on
the high number.
Study.
Check when you applying and you don't know which lecture to take. The lecture that has more people that are going to them, take them. Because I was applying and I was like, this lecture has like 67 students over 70. The other one has like 3 students over 70. So if everyone is going to that lecture, chances are he is the lecture that everyone wants. So take note.
Yeah, that's what I have to say with regards to credits.
The credits. I'll add on. I'll say the same thing just to repeat what you said about getting electives. It's important that you get electives so that you can boost your grade, number one, and to boost your credit, because some courses that are required are sometimes very hard. So for you to be able to get those credits, you might not be able to get those credits, but if you got your electives, because electives are languages, they're like psychology, sociology, sometimes you just have to look for, you don't have to write the exams, you just have to write assignments throughout the semester, and that way you get your credits, you boost your credits and you boost your grade. Because for, let's say for mathematics, you will get a grade of 2, and then for Hungarian you get a grade of 5. It balances, it ends up boosting it at the end of the day, because 5 plus 2 is 7, divided by 2 gives you 3 point something, which boosts your credit, your average credit. So do not work hard, work smart, so that you can keep the scholarship. And another thing I wanted to end on is prerequisites. Do you guys have prerequisites?
The prerequisite subjects? Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so just take note of those ones, because there are sometimes during the semester you just like your subjects are a lot and you don't know what to do. You just have to look at the prerequisites so that you don't drop subjects that you need for the next semester. So look into that. Prerequisites are basically subjects that you need to pass for you to be able to do the next course. For example, for calculus 2 you need to pass calculus 1. So if you drop calculus 1 or you fail it in the first semester, unfortunately you're not going to be able to do calculus 2 in the next semester. You're going to have to do it in your third semester. I do hope that makes sense.
Last tip, use Google Maps to move around.
Google Maps is I love it here because it's always like updated and whatever. And if you're at BME, we also have the IMT team. It's going to help you throughout your process. I think the reason I don't really know all the actual steps of what to do, don't do that, is because IMT team helped us with everything. You just had to go to the art building and they'll be like, submit this, submit that. You don't even know what you're submitting all of those things for. And then they call you, hey, your residence permit is here. Or they send you an email. That's when you're like, oh, okay, that was for the residence permit, stuff like that. So at least a lot of things are just covered, because I think I also got my address card from them. So I just had to submit whatever that I had to submit, and then you get your address card from them. So just pay attention to the emails they send to you, and if you have a mentor for yourself, just ask them for everything. They will help you. Do you guys have any mentors?
We do have the same mentorship program, and also we have an office for international education. So if you feel like you're,
is it called CAO? Central Administrative Office. Okay.
I don't know why they call it that. They just call it the international
That's fair.
education office.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna have a coordinator who's gonna be helping you and guiding you with any questions that you have with regard to your course or the subjects you need to take or registration and everything. So be assured that you're coming to an environment where there's people that are ready to answer your questions and guide you through anything that you're struggling with, apart from accommodation. Oops. Oops.
And the mentor team sometimes helps with accommodation. So I saw one of the programs was looking for accommodation, so they can help with that as well because they know their way around. I think most of them might be Hungarian. I'm not sure, so they'll be more help than us on our podcast.
Yeah.
I made a few notes that you should always carry a student card because you will not get the discounts without your student card. So for example, if the people that check, what do they, BKK team, it's the people that check on the trams and on the buses if you actually bought the ticket for you to be in that bus. When they check and you don't have your student card, you will be fined. Because you're supposed to show that you bought this for a cheaper price because you are a student. So if you don't have the student card, you might get fined. So just make sure that you always have your student card with you so that you can get the discounts. Like in the cinema, you have a discount for being a student. I'm not sure where else. I just know the cinema and transportation.
Okay, in Debrecen we have a lot of things that
I think it's
give
a
you
lot.
the
I'm just
student.
not aware.
Because
And the boat as well.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
discount. The boat, if you want to get on the boat in the time you get a discount.
We have discounts for this services that rent bikes in Debrecen. Oh, we have something also called the Unipass card. Definitely get that if you're in the University of Debrecen because it's gonna give you discounts for the events. Our university throws events as well.
Nice.
So like it has events and festivals. So if you have your student card and Unipass, then definitely you're gonna qualify for a lot of discounts. And even generally, Spotify has a student discount. Even a lot of
music.
And when you're booking a flight, Qatar, I don't know about Emirates, but Qatar has a student discount, so your student card is gonna come in handy.
So always have it with you, just always. And wherever you go, just ask, do you guys have student discount? Just ask because the scholarship is really not giving us enough to survive. And Michelle yesterday, we were talking and she was like, it's easy to make friends here, but it's impossible to keep them. Do you want to elaborate?
No. I'm gonna elaborate briefly. I'm just gonna speak about the fact that I never really thought how hard it is to nurture, how you actually need to nurture friendships when you come abroad, as compared to back home where I feel like things easily just fall into place. But here it's so easy to get into the wrong company. It's so easy to
be cut off.
Like things are just, people are just dealing with so much. And so that being said, as you come here, I feel like one of the easiest ways to make friends is with your classmates, but it's not you're not obligated to be friends with your classmates as well. If you feel like you want to be around different people, events are also a lovely way to socialize. If you meet one person that you like, nurture the friendship, like spend more time together, do your exam preparation together. There's so many cafes, you guys can go out and grab a coffee, take walks, explore the city. And for us in our university, they also plan like these small activities, like traveling to Bishko, traveling to Tisa, traveling to this. So definitely get your friend and hop along, spend some time, grow the friendship, and I hope it takes you throughout your university period and you have a great time. Someone to do fun things with, Let's go grab a drink now that mathematics is over. Let's go have a pizza.
That's true, because I think when it comes to relationships from home, like I have a male bestie and we speak once in 3 months and we still love each other, and it's not gonna be broken. Here, you spend three months without speaking to someone, it's a big deal. They cut you off. So it's completely different from back at home, where you don't have to really put in too much energy into it. But also remember that you guys come from different cultures, different beliefs. If you have different values, different beliefs, and all of that, sometimes the friendship just doesn't work out. And I think the one thing I've learned, which we will get into deep when we speak about friendships, making friendships, but I think the one thing that I learned here was to be able to categorize your friends, because some of your friends are not going to be able to be there for you in certain situations. You know that if you're going through this, you can contact this friend. If you want to go party, you can contact that friend. But most of the time, the friend that you go partying with is not going to be the friend that's going to be there for you when you need them for mental problems that you have, or for psychological problems, or financial problems that you may have. So you need to learn that you cannot depend on everybody the same. People are different, and they're going to play different roles into your life. And just learn to categorize friends in your life. And also stop calling everyone your friend, because sometimes it's just acquaintances, sometimes it's just classmates, sometimes it's just colleagues. You learn to use those terms.
And sorry, excuse me. I was just gonna add on to the whole friendship thing, and if you feel like you're also struggling with coping and struggling with school, a lot of the universities have mental health facilities where they offer counseling, and you can get access to a therapist and just like express yourself if that's what you're trying to do. So, this university got you. You go with
I have a lot to say about the whole psychology thing when it comes to universities. Personally, I had a bad experience, but we're not there, because they literally told me to go to a private institution and pay, because I'm not gonna get help from them. So the health system here is very different, and it's crazy depending on what you need. Because I think if you need basic psychological help, then they can help you with that. If it's anything that's more, let's not get into that, because that's another topic for another day. And we wanted to speak about, someone asked me about jobs, like how do you get jobs here. Michelle has a few, what do you call this thing? The websites. A few agencies that help. I've just been recently told about Giggle. So it's giggle.hu, Giggle like GIGGLE.hu. You can get jobs that are like daily situations. So today you're gonna be a bartender, tomorrow you're gonna be a waitress or a waiter, next week you're gonna be a housekeeper, all of those things. So they basically update jobs. I haven't tried it, I haven't seen it, so don't come at me if it's different. That's what I've heard. Allegedly, this website is for such things. And it's in Hungarian, so just try to log into your desktop so that you can use Chrome and it can translate to English. The other one that I know is, what's that one? Oh, Melodiac. Yeah, that one also has like jobs for picking boxes, and there's a tomato farm there involved. So stuff like that, you can just find them there since you guys said you want jobs and you don't know how to get them. And recommendations go a long way. I think every country, that's how they go a long way. So if you know someone who works in a place where you want to work, and just ask them to recommend you, and then chances of you getting the job there are pretty much high.
Okay. That being said, I feel like we're gonna delve into the jobs thing in our in another episode. We're gonna talk about the type of jobs that you can get here, what is it called? The agencies that you can work with, etc. Okay.
Thank you guys.